Hold there. So Yorkie of the Shire stands before you, asking art thou friend or foe? If thou art friend, then rejoin me now as we go back to Galarian for more Pathfinder after the righteous. If thou art foe, then disappear back to the world wound and I shall deal with thee later. Now, taking down the Tower of Estrod, ordering out Silken Thread Atelier. Next stop, Arendelle Party House. I have a suspicion if there's a party going on, and our Desnan bard is hiding out, she's probably singing there. Dreamers, the Desnans, and a dreamboat. That seemed a good link. Well, a party boy anyway, I don't know about a dreamboat.
I see blood! Blood!
And that's both of those little imps down.
Cover me, all right?
Minor amount of loot.
I will
Toad,
not
throw a
falter.
little healing on. Do for now. Well, this looks like a party. A splendid occasion counts, and this Numerian elixir is quite something. Oh, look, such darling little creatures. That's a bit of a stupid thing to say, but never mind.
Shall escape!
Don't hold back.
Forward. Oh, that's chicken. Who fell over? Robin, if you can try. No good at all. And Toad. Toad, why don't you give that to me? Gonna move. Let's at least move down ready. Thinking they're quite enough over that side. Cold Sons are running frayed, Darren. Well, some of them are. Some of them are actually quite stupid, it seems. So, Yorkie, come down here. It's not letting me. Alright.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Why not at least one of them wall chip? And lie down. Clouded sky. No, that's Toad, I'm sorry. Switch to your crossbow.
Do not hold back.
It's all your fault.
And he's down.
Burn. Slice. Beh.
No. You won't let me. Damn it. Well, Baldur's down. Clouded sky.
You should have run.
Why are you doing so badly, Clouded Sky? Robin the Horde, move forward. And,
Damn you!
it's fine. Toad. Get forward, ready to do some healing. Kirimu?
May I see your entrails, please?
That's a nice hit. Not perfect, but nice. I can't use it on him, never mind. That's one imp done. So Yorkie. They'll at least be fighting less well, possibly fleeing. Try it on him
This
since you
will
can't hit the other. There we are.
Are you still here?
You missed. He is fleeing. Toad, a little healing. Oh, and he's down.
Let the attack commence!
That's another done. So you're, not so Yorkie. Yes, so Yorkie. You missed.
Distract them from me.
And they're dead. Right. I'd say it's basically over, wouldn't you? There. There's a party going on around here. Celebration. No, the demons are here.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arunde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
An insulting little fool, but nonetheless an
Now
entertaining
that we've
one.
finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Must have been some party to miss the fact that Canabres was being attacked by hordes of demons and Descari himself.
Oh, come. The party was deathly dull. Rather like one of the prelate's interminable
met him.
sermons. I really ought to be grateful to the demons for their intrusion. They certainly added a frisson to the proceedings. It seems as though Descari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine. If you will pardon the pun.
For this once. What should I know about you, Count, apart from the fact that you're high-born and very
As a
rich?
child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
With a nice Chianti, perhaps?
I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment.
They already
Just
have.
think, everyone had so much faith in the wardstones gifted by Iomede's
Yes.
herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon. As if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
Exactly. I expect a little gratitude from saving you, though.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Terabade and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of
Amusing.
inebriation I then found myself in.
How droll.
They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you. Only for a short time, of course.
Darren,
I
you-
have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What
You-
say you?
you
my
can
ephemeral
certainly
but
join-
highly diverting acquaintance. After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Oh, stop waffling, boy. You can join us, insofar as joining the expedition against the demons, but right now, just go to the Defender's
Capital.
Heart.
Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the
Oh,
right
shut up. And you, didn't I see your name, Aranka? Yes. Thank you, stranger. The young woman does not look in the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed, and her blue eyes are glittering. Saving us from the demons and from your timely entrance, I swear. I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons or the also affable master of the house. I'm a friend of Ilka's. He asked me to find you and protect you. The young woman clasped her hands together. Ilka's is alive, and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now, when the city is on the siege by the demons. And those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. How did you end up here? Holden's hounds found me and Wallflower, and they tried to capture us. I distracted them, then I lost them in the streets before charming my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Holden holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy. So I picked up a good place to lie low, that is, until the demons showed up. She shivers and wraps her arms around herself. Do you know where the third member of your group is? Wallflower, no idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you'll have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. She becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know. I'll tie a shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away. And know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Carnabris Market Square. Tell me about yourself. I'm a ranker, travelling bard and follower of Desnan. Many of my fellow bards are rootless misfits who wander the world, unwilling or unable to live a normal life. For me, that's only partly true. I have a wonderful family, my mother, father, grandmother and brother. Right now they are far away, and I'm sure they miss me. But they have always supported me in my vocation, and they let me be free to roam. Because they knew that I couldn't be happy, while there was so much of the world I hadn't explored, and so many places where people might need my help. What can you tell me about the master of the house? About the Count? Voice drops to a whisper. I've wanted to smash a jug over his head for about 5 times today. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you've probably already heard about the Arade family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's home, like someone's always watching him. Ah, spy holes. Unseen eyes staring at the back of his head, even if his back is to the wall, even if he turns round. I don't know if I believe all these tales, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. Yeah, that's the word on the street too, the tiefling hunched his shoulders. This mansion is the tastiest morsel in the whole city, but all the thieves are afraid to even set foot in the street. Why did he decide to break into what? Well, we know why. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't bursting down the door. Just yet. I need to check something quickly. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now. They won't go back a second time. Yeah, I have to go. Right, we have something to check here.
I'll get it next time.
Deliberately decorated harp. And here.
All right.
Portrait of Galfrey Mendev, ruler of this kingdom, and founder of all crusades. All right.
Good guys always win.
Tactical retreat!
A rest would be
No?
welcome.
What was the No, that's not it. Why did the mobility fail? That succeeded.
I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough.
Our
You shouldn't be
time has
thinking
come.
about dying yet. Let's see if we can heal you a little. And me. Right, out we go. Now, give me just a couple of minutes. I must take a quick break to help my dear lady wife, but I should be back within 2, maybe 3 minutes. And so I return. Right. Let's go to the market square again. I don't mind them being fatigued.
No one stands in my way. Let's move already.
Right.
Move out.
We've looked at this one, I believe. Yes. We're a little heavily burdened. So we'll finish up what we need to use this. The eyes of a young lad peered out from under the massive helmet. At this proximity, it's obvious that his armour is ill-fitting and mismatched, and the helmet specifically is either very poorly made or a theatre prop. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does this mean that you're a friend of Branca's? I'm saying, of course it does. So, wallflower, I presume. if we're frozen, something must be about to happen. Indeed. Inquisitors. Typical. The young man's speech is interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Hermida's Inquisitors appear from all sides surrounding him. Adept Thal. Oh, it was Thal, okay. The Temple of Desnan. You are under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet, and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. And Hullrun is with them. No wonder. Prelate Hullrun appears behind his people, and he is the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. You didn't think that the disorder and demonic presence in the city could distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? The youth's eyes go wide, and he says nothing, clearly not knowing what to do. Paranoia has poisoned your minds. I've had enough of this. I do hope you realise that by defending this traitor, you're making yourself an accomplice. Even if you don't, it's not a Caesar rabble rousers. Oh! It looks like it's a fight. Chicken? Kirimu.
Die, die, die!
So Yorkie. Let back Clouded Sky
Don't
and
hold back!
Toad
Strike as one.
and Robin.
I got this.
Time to share your treasures!
Off with your head!
Chicken onto Hullrun. Kirimu.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Let's hear you cry.
Strike!
Attack! Damn you!
Tea.
Ow. What you done?
May I see your entrails, please?
Once again, the fear.
You should have run!
We shall overcome.
Go! Cover me, alright?
Let the attack commence!
Run them through!
This will hurt.
That's another down.
Do not hold back. Are you still here?
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Who's coming back in?
Die, die, die! Don't hold back.
Strike has won. Good guys always win.
Distract them from me.
Ow. Well, you got 4 damage. Well done.
Burn! Slice!
How
Behead!
much life do they have left? 40.
Out of my way!
Strike!
Attack! I got this.
Time to share your treasures.
Chicken.
May I see your entrails, please? You should have run.
We shall overcome. Damn you!
Why is it not? Surely it should be doing it as part of a bow attack. I'm a little uncertain as to what's going on.
Cover me, all right? Tactical, it's all your fault.
Let the attack commence! This will hurt.
Do not hold back. Are you still here?
Die, die, die! Don't hold back!
Well, they're certainly causing
Strike as
problems
one.
here.
Good guys always win.
All I see is blackness. Burn! Slice!
Come on.
Head!
Let's hear you cry!
I think we need to do it this way now. There, hull runs down.
Should we rest now?
Nah.
We would appear to be a little heavily encumbered.
Head on!
Let us actually take a rest then.
Pearls of wisdom from Brother Woljith. When you eat in a tavern, you don't have to pay. Just make sure to sit close to the door.
The man glances at the bodies of the Inquisitors and turns around. Oh, Desnan. Why in doing what is right must we often be forced to spill blood where it is not necessary? Can this really be the price of the true path of freedom? Anyway, thank you. It'd have been done without you. Thought it had to end this way too. Got a little confused about what was right and what wasn't. I stuck with the Wildstone. I mean, it's my burden to bear. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to the Temple of Desnan. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on what's happened. Can we drop some armor that we're not wearing? Maybe save some weight in that way. I don't like the -6 here. Going to stick with that. Unless... Well, that's light armor. What are you wearing? You're wearing armor class 6 light armor. Wear a breastplate, but it won't let you... Oh, it will. You have 2 from your decks. You're wearing armor class 2. You've got +4. Well, that's +5. I'd say that's superior. Heavy shield 2. Those are just heavy shields as well. Right.
I lead. You follow.
Now what's over here?
Onwards.
Can we retreat already?
No secrets
Oh,
can escape
books.
my prying gaze.
Even the huge pile of junk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath it. Reveal, oh dearest darling beauty mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze upon me? Pray tell. Thy husband I called a friend a time, but love 'tis like an ocean, friendship a well. But Willis, how are we to live together, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice on the response. From beneath the same pile, indistinct rustling follows. Pass me the ale, will you? Who's there? The pile of junk seems to shake. A stage whisper drifts up from below. Granny, let's not answer. Methinks those demons are calling down, trying to trick us. In that case, there's nothing for us to do but accept our fate. So, demon or not, we are actors from the finest theatre in Canabris, the next door theatre. We are trapped in this cellar during our rehearsal. Wait, what? We're trapped in here? I thought we'd barricaded ourselves in here, away from the demons, deliberately. If you didn't nap through the start of the rehearsal, Master Kem, you would be better informed. The ensuing exchange degenerates into a stream of unintelligible bickering. Well, let's get you out of there then. The pile moves, but a crack sounds somewhere below. Instead of sliding to the side, the whole lot tumbles to the ground. You hear what sounds like a heavy object crashing through the cellar door. Oh dear. Hi darlings, are you still alive? Yes, but that thing crushed our only skull prop. And I went to so much trouble to get it off that anatomy professor who gave the lecture at the town hall. Ah, so that's why the professor was explaining the structure of the skull, using a sloppily carved pumpkin. I'm an actor, not a thief. Couldn't leave him without a visual aid for his audience. Look, the door is open, and now we are completely at the mercy of whatever's up there. It really is a demon. We have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration after all. But hand me over my own label and that rolling pin. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I'm Grandma Gretlin, theatre director. These are the members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle. That's one of the props from the Malevolent Leash performance. The one Tina made. The scepter or something. She made it out of my label. She wants to use a broom handle. But I put paid to that daft idea. What are you doing down there? We're rehearsing. Our art distracts us from our fear and panic. The dwarf waves the ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Really? When I'm scared, I eat. We tried that too, but our supplies ran out. But art is eternal. Can you get somewhere safe? Oh, don't worry on our account. We'll be going to our basement in the next street. That's where Lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons with Lambkin around. Lambkin? Lambkin, says the dwarf readily. Our male lead, he'll protect us, don't worry. We know what we're doing. Fair enough, I have to go. Thank you again for rescuing us, stranger. Today you did a great service for Mendevian culture, and perhaps the culture of all of Golarion. You will certainly be remembered in future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theatre. I'm not sure I want to be remembered for that. Okay, well, we've freed a theatre company. I suppose that's a thing.
This will be quick.
Move out!
Demon. So sweet it is to kill. Well, no doubt Nabatus that Horror ran into. And now they're ghouls too.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Religion. We have here.
A trivial task.
Grey hair, ashen skin, the person fell prey to an hours like nemesis. Alright. Right up, who are you? A short, hooded figure is poking through about some bodies lying in the middle of the street. The stranger drags the first body off the road, respectfully props it up against a wall, and places the corpse's hands on his chest. The figure then freezes as if hesitating, and you see him jerk out his hand toward the beautiful gold amulet. He jerks his hand back, hesitates, and reaches out again. Hey, who are you and what are you doing here? The stranger almost jumps over his skin, and the hood falls from his head. Under a mop of red curls, a round halfling face looks at you. Oh, I thought you were demons. Good day, good sir. Can you tell me anything useful about what's happening in the city? I'm afraid not, good sir. I just left the Defender's Heart. Before that, I was holed up in there, too scared to leave. Although spending all that time under Commander Irabeth's nose sure was something. She's a strict one, and when she gets angry... Don't even start. I've had enough of breathing down my neck to last me a lifetime. So what were you doing here, robbing corpses? No, the halfling protests. Grimby may be a rogue, but he doesn't loot corpses. Why not? They're not going to object. I just need to get these poor lads off the road. My friends and I are on a terribly important mission. We need to get through. He's interrupted by the sound of wheels rolling on the pavement stones. A cart drawn by a sad little horse appears from around the corner. A pretty half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's armour is walking alongside. Even from a distance you can see his tan face and blue eyes shining brightly. The halfling strains up to see. Terribly important and very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving a beer cart from the demons. Beer cart? How about sharing some of that with us? Sure, we could use a drink. The half-elf winks rakishly. Captain, certainly. Give me a flask, friend. And if you walk with us to the Defender's Heart, we can have a more thorough sampling of the spoils there. Despite the cheerful tone, she looks at you with anxious hope. Janna, there's no need. The heart is very close, and the three of us will be enough to fight off an attack if there is one. Besides, our friend here surely has better things to do. More important things than carrying barrels of beer, I'll wager. By the way, my name is Ellen, Sir Ellen of the Hound Heart. I'm glad to meet someone who survived the madness. I have to go. So long. Meet again at the Defender's Heart. Sure we will. Joanna Aldori, we know your name. Come to the tavern, we'll celebrate the valiant rescue of the barrel then. So we found your friend, and she's going over there on her own. Well, not on her own, but you know what I mean.
Defeat is not an option.
May
more
I
of
see
these.
Your entrails, please.
No point in trying to make ghouls afraid, of course. Somebody ripped lumps of flesh from these bodies.
You follow.
Ooh, this doesn't look pleasant. Well, that was quick and easy. Didn't even need my fear.
This is my kind of work.
Let's go inside.
I spy. What do I spy?
You spy a trap. A trap with a control in this room.
This is my kind of work.
Move out!
Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
Longsword of right. I'm not really intending you to use longswords, but we'll give you that for now. Then you have cold iron and magic if needed. You have magic, not cold iron though. You're using your blasts. Should be fine. Finian can be fine. You don't have anything that will work if you need cold iron, etc. I have a cold iron scimitar. But I don't have anything with magic and cold iron. Right. And more here. Back up, they die if they die. Let's go to the basement. I have a feeling something strange will be happening here. We just had a bit of a fight as well, so... In fact, I know something strange will be happening here. These fights must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. You can use that. Use magic device 4. Use magic device 7.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Ah, a test of my abilities.
Damn you!
0 reduced, unfortunately.
Strike!
0 reduced. Switch over to the bodies.
Let the attack commence.
That's 8. Can you... Oh, not that. Toad.
Attack!
Woljif, I don't believe you have anything there, so... Get out. And try this.
Go!
47 hit points left.
Go!
You should have run!
Die, die, die!
What are you doing?
Run them through!
Yeah, they can't... It won't take just basic physical damage. Ow.
Go!
Are you still here?
This will hurt.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
How are you doing on health? 35.
Out of my way!
31.
All I see is blackness.
It's not too much of a surprise. Are there any other spells we can use? Oh, we've got... Oh, that's a Midnight Bolt. I want to have to use that if I don't need to.
Go!
Another 5. 26.
Yes!
Don't hold back.
May I see your entrails, please?
Die!
Go down to 15.
Is all the wonder that lies beyond?
Go!
Good guys always win!
Strike!
I wonder what lies behind.
She's down.
Let's hear you cry!
And you are down to 10.
We shall overcome.
8. Oh, good.
Do not hold back.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Oh, he's not immune to that.
I got this.
You should have run.
Good. Isn't that it?
I lead. You follow.
And a case.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Now, what do we have here? Composite longbow. +2 composite longbow confirms a critical hit. Will saving throw DC 20. I'll suffer a curse. -1 to will, -2 to fortitude, -2 to reflex saves. Not bad. Not sure if that's better or worse than entrapping. But I'll take that for now. Yeah, we've looked
Onwards.
there. And now we're leaving. Out to the street. And onwards we go. Oh look, a kitty cat. We'll adopt it. Got some loot. People were not killed by demons, their mortal wounds were inflicted by ordinary weapons. Ah, we're overwhelmed again, with weight again.
Move out.
They said they were going to the Temple of Desnan, which is here. Let's go see that they're all right. Ulkers, Aranka and Thal sit side by side, like sparrows on a tree branch. They seem happy despite the chaos going on around them. It isn't our rescuer. Good that you've come, sit with us. Stopping for a moment wouldn't hurt, I'll gladly sit with you. The adepts share a conspiratorial look. We decided to give you a gift, a special gift, one that we would never share with anyone. Except for the person who risked his life for ours. Who didn't just take a stand against evil, but against injustice under the guise of the law. Our gift, Aranka cuts in, is a song. We call it Starward Gaze. It came to us from the true servants of Desna, from her domain in Elysium. This song can gift a soul with a renewed vitality. Just listen. He sings a melody. That could prove useful. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song for something else? Say cash or even a snack of some kind? Paying no attention to Waldrew's chatter, the young woman continues to sing. I'll join in. You repeat the melody, feeling it coming from somewhere within your heart. And then... when the music stops, Sir Yorkie finds himself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabris. It all happens in the space of a blink. He closes his eyes in one world and then reopens them in another one entirely. A delicate twilight envelops the new world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Sir Yorkie is standing in a moonlight stream of murmuring water deep in the forest. There's no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees. and dangling from their branches are vines, woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grasses spreads out at the tree's roots, with islands of phosphorescent moss and lichen dotted here and there. Small, smooth stones with a strange mirrored surface are scattered across the stream bed in which the Yorkie is standing. The stones catch the light shining down from the heavens, making them gleam silver and making the ordinary little brook look like a stream of darkness, carrying a sprinkling of stars through the night. The Yorkie is sure that he has never been to this place before, and yet it all seems so familiar. It is a manifestation not of dreams or fancies, but of that special way of looking at the world that only children possess. When a glint of light reflected off a piece of glass becomes a fallen star, when an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact, and when every shadow or twist in a path promises mystery or incredible adventure. A single glance into the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Well, let's have a walk along this stream. The whimsically twisting stream runs through the silent forest, and Sir Yorkie unhurriedly strolls along it. This place evokes a strange feeling of not calm, no, in fact quite the opposite. A feeling of restlessness and anticipation of incredible discoveries or unexpected encounters. Or then again, perhaps it's not the place at all, but the eternal hunger, the craving for new experiences, which dwells within many mortal hearts. Speculation aside, just as Sir Yorkie rounds the next bend, an unexpected encounter does indeed take place. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping up from branch to branch, or flitting through the air. The creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxonomist on the planet. One has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, another has the tails of a dozen different animals, while a third boasts traces of streaming water, hooves instead of feet, and springy clover growing from all over its skin. "We have a visitor," exclaims one of the strange creatures. And it immediately runs along the stream, sending up moonlight-silvered splashes with every step. "Who are you?" "We are Azatas, the children of freedom," says one of the creatures carelessly, swinging from branch to tree of the tree. "This forest is our home for today. Tomorrow, our home could be taken. It could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the azure ocean, or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze. Where am I?" "Don't you know where you are?" asks one of the creatures in amazement. "There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astonishing wonders, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty and the belief in wonders. That is where you are, in the most peaceful, most wonderful corner, the plain of boundless freedom. How did I get here?" "We don't know how you came to be here," says the creature with a dozen tails, smiling. "Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime, but here you are. It means that something must have brought you. Something in your soul. If your soul did not harbour even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion, you never would have found your way here. Now now that you have the answers, tell us, what do you want?" "I've got to go back, there's things I need to do." The creature with the butterfly wings, who has hitherto remained silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. "I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you have come from. It clings to you. It is right that you don't wish to turn your back on the suffering of those you left behind. None of us children of Elysium would do such a thing. Go back, be a bulwark against evil and strife. Your path is true. Or would you like to take something from this place as a memento?" The question hangs in the air, and though the word that Sir Yorkie utters next are merely words, not a spell nor a military command, they seem to have equal bearing on the destiny of life. "Yes, I really want to." "Here's that to draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans, until you have conquered evil within your soul. And your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. Take our song, remember it, and it may help you, but only when you are true to that which brought you beneath this sky. All three adepts look at you wide-eyed. What just happened? For a second, you were surrounded by lights. Then we heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. I had a vision. I was in Elysium, and the Azata spoke to me. The adepts exchanged looks of astonishment. I swear it's a sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped some protected wallflower from the Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium beside Desna, but of course there must have been a reason for it. I'm so glad we met you, friend, and not just because I'd be being tortured by the Inquisition right now if we hadn't, but also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you, no matter what. Well, the potential of becoming a Azata opens before me. I think I will be returning soon to Defender's Heart. But first, a little combat.
Contemplate on your mistakes. I stand ready.
Fever cured. It's Filth Blade cured. That's Gruel Fever cured there.
Head on!
Let us not hesitate.
Yeah. Healing.
I lead. You follow.
Well, well, well.
Distract them for me.
Let the attack commence!
This will hurt.
Damn you!
Strike as one.
Time to share your treasures! It's all your fault!
Die, die, die!
Debuff or flee, either way.
Onwards!
Anything over here? Yes. That seems to be about the end of that area. What's down here? Well, that's what we dropped there.
Head on!
We've been here. In there. Been up there, that's that house. Ah, what's this? The demon invasion transformed all of Canabris into one great battlefield. But nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. This place saw a clash of titans. The demon lord Descari, leading his hordes of the Abyss, and the dragon Terendlev, the mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle moment by moment, simply by looking at the ruins, from the chimney torn down by powerful wings to a sharp dive, to the bloody tracks left behind when the demon dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. But it is no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins, it is Sir Yorkie, and he is not alone. In the shadows, a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over this place. It is like a gaze, untethered from any observer. This mysterious force, known as model kind, silently assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Sir Yorkie is vested with this knowledge and power, and looks at the world with its eyes. The past, present, and future stand before him as a unified whole. An unmoving, multifaceted crystal that would be beautiful were it not for the fractures, blemishes, and flecks marring its splendour. What past does he see? In the past exists the one who wielded the gaze in life. Let me just check something. That's fine. Just checking my sound settings. In the past exists the one who wielded this gaze in life, although the one and life are in opposite terms for the eons, the supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance. Rather than who or what, a better word for these entities is how. This eon appeared from outside this world, from the great beyond, to put an end to the intermingling of the planes and destroy the world wound. The chasm, disrupting the order of the multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle that came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent Descari back to the Abyss. With one swing of his scythe, the demon lord cut the Aeon down. What presence does he see? Ruins, blood, corpse. None of this perturbs the Aeon's dispassionate gaze. The living are alive, the dead will be judged by Pharasma. All is as it should be. But the demons circling in the sky or prowling through the streets create a jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood-red ink on the restrained pencil sketch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals, the demon's place is in the demon world. How sublime the world would be if everything it knew were in its place. But even the demon's answer is abhorrent of the sharp-edged, unassuming crystal languishing in the dirt among the bricks and smashed cobblestones. No mortal would notice it, but to Aeon's eyes, its mere existence is an outrage against the universal laws. If the Aeon still existed, they would not stop until the crystal was unmade. But the Aeon is gone, and only their gaze remains. So Yorkie picks the crystal up out of the dirt and stows it back in his pocket. He is mortal, which means he has power to decide what to do with it. What future does he see? Good and evil, chaos and order, everything is in its lawful place in the multiverse, and is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disrupting the smooth and steady current of the river of souls, from life into death, and back to life again. The reality of its flaws is now perfect, and the Aeons withdraw, to eternally admire its beauty, which will never be threatened again. After allowing the hero to view the world through their eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed Aeon is killed, even an appropriate term here. Used up its last vestiges of energy. Now they are ready to disperse into nothingness. Unless someone decides to preserve the Aeon within themselves. Will the hero take on the power, so that he may again look at the world through another's eyes? Or will he allow it to vanish? Retain the Aeon's power within yourself. The spirit of the Aeon dwells out of sight, deep into Yorkie's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles, stowed away until the moment when the hero again needs to look at the world through another's eyes. With that, it is time to head back to the Defender's Heart for now. I have something I need to do. And I have something I need to do, if possible, before I hit the next level. For I've made it clear that I am looking to work with my friends, and not the strays and wastelings of Canabres, etc. That doesn't mean they won't be welcome at the table. Of course they will. All are who oppose the demons. My journey folk should be my people. I have to recruit them through the high law of the Adventurers Guild, Pathfinder Society. And unfortunately, it gets more expensive the higher the level. So I need to get the next one higher now. If possible. Even at level 4, it's 8,000. Question is, do I have enough? The answer is probably. But I'm not sure.
Onwards.
I'm curious, by the way. Hull-run soldiers didn't stay with us because we killed them. That would be unfortunate. Sealer! I see you've found your friends. The Defender's Heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins, but somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like a typical tavern revelry, but nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Sealer waves to you. She's sitting at a table with a trio you met previously, the knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling. So Yorkie, come. Let me properly introduce you to Ilan, Janna and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. Seela pushes a mug of beer towards you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Irabeth to use what Janna, Curl and Elan found for a little party. If you look out of the window, you might think that the end times have come, and the abyss has devoured all of us. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could help us keep the gloom at bay. Seela looks at you hesitantly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. Have I ever turned down merrymaking and good company? Let's raise our mugs, my friends. Wait, I'm not ready for another toast yet. It's not every day I drink with paladins, knights and sword lords. Hey, are we just going to sit here with grim faces? I say we get to know each other a little better, so we have better reason to toast. Fine. Tell me about you and your order, Elan. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Andorran. I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I had chosen. I'm proud of my sword skills, I enjoy training and drills, and I'm not afraid of battle. For risking my life for coin, it takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, and I wondered if it was worth it. So in the end, I decided to choose another path. Now, if I'm going to lay down my life, at least, it will be for a good cause. So you decided to gamble your body and life for not coin. Alright. That's how I ended up in Mendev and became a squire for the Houndhearts. It's a small order. By tradition, it never has more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders dies. We patrol the lands along the Wardstone line and provide aid to travellers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago, after laying my mentor to rest. But I'm content with my choice, my place among the Crusaders. Have you been serving the Eagle Watch for long, Janna? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? Janna lets out an overtly boisterous laugh. I am an apprentice of a former fencing master from Mivon, and I learned a thing or two from him. Believe me, I soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in petty squabbles of the bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge. You can't find a better place than Mendev. What do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say that's no accident. Fate brought me here. What about you, Curl? How did you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums, where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled, or guarded stashes, so... Curl stares into his mug gloomily. But I never killed anyone, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course, I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good a fighter, but as Norgoba is my witness, a thief can also be useful in a war against demons. Very true. I've always been a good scout. I can sneak under the noses of any monster. But I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now, and a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us, you'll see. How do all of you know Seela? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabres. I was returning from the south, from my fiancée, and was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Ayamade. We said our farewells at the city gate, and I went north along the road to Desnan, to my order's camp. Helen's face grows grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there at the same time they struck Canabres. We managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Houndhearts were wounded during the battle on the streets. I'm the last knight of my order who can still fight. It's so good to see Seela again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Seela at a tavern in Canabres. Before the attack, of course. She was one of the few who would sit at the table with the condemned. Knights usually don't look at us. But Seela is different. I knew it the moment I saw her. That's what made me notice Seela too. So I sat down to talk to her. I never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly. I still don't. Our Curl is a great lad. So after that night, Seela and I went round the taverns together every day. Endeavor is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble. And they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast in case anyone didn't notice. Well said, Sealer. Sealer, did you call me over just because, or is something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration. You see, Ilan is in trouble. I wanted to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Ellen shakes his head. Bad idea, sister, I told you. I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Curly's right. So Yorkie helped me find you. Without his help, I'd still be looking for you all over Canabres. So, Ilan, come on. Stop being so stubborn. Tell me more, Ilan. The young knight shakes his head. In all truth, I do not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Eamade and a friend certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canabres has been overrun with demons. If I've learned anything in life, it says nothing minor about good and evil. Sealer begins seriously, but then a smile lights up her face. Take the three of you, for example. Seems like all you did was save one cart from some lesser demons. But look how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung of in songs. But who knows? Maybe, thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Canabres will find the strength to protect the city. Sealer catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Ilan, I want to help you. My reputation as a holy warrior of Eamade won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met, and may all the ladies here be forgiven, the finest girl in the world. It's a miracle she found inner love in her heart for a bungler like me, but I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the demon lord Descari and all his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canabres. For half a year, I've been getting up with courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, best jeweller in Mendev. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. But I so want to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find a jewel the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together enough money. Master Derek's work was worth it. But I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. The ring is most likely still at the Houndheart's camp, outside the city. Ilan and his friends didn't have time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, then they rushed off to help Canabres. I think we should at least go and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation is under control. I'll help. Sealer puts her hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Ilan is a good man and a true knight. And I think the world should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Sealer, I hope you can convince her best to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course, if the League of the Inspiring Cards has come together in this dark hour, we must continue onward together. Right. Let's sell the junk we have. That's, get rid of those. And that would allow me to recruit. Get rid of that. Those. Not going to need that. Done. Right, I'm going to end today's episode there. As I go to recruit. I'm going to do that off screen. When I come back tomorrow, we will pick up the stories among the others here. Most particularly having a word with the storyteller about the things we picked up, including that dagger, and see what's going on. You've been a fine audience, and a fine group of travelling companions. I shall see you next time. If you wish to help the channel grow, please drop a like,